And they'll never heal you again.
I'll end this.
Thanks for shattering for me.
You're welcome.
You can spell steal their shields, by the way.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's trying to get all the steel.
What's this spell called Spell Steal? I've never heard of it.
Someone who knows
Find
how
it.
to ice block is.
Might be something you want to look into.
It sounds like it'd be good in PvP. I wish I would have used it more.
Dude, I used to love spell stealing the instant cast pyro and then killing them with it from another page.
Oh, I love Spell Steal and Combustion as a Frost Mage.
Why?
Because I get 100% crit and Mastery.
It only works for your fire school.
Nope. It works for every
you're
spell.
wrong.
Read it
Pretty sure
again.
you're wrong.
In Legion, it worked for every spell.
They might have changed it since then. You have to double check though.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's dead and what's not?
Boss-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, everything up to
killed.
Zekbaz. So we have Zekbaz, Zool, Mithrax, and Gahun left. We killed Heroic Talek, so that would mean we'd be going straight to Mother. If we were to go to her.
Oh, mother.
There you go, Mana.
She's not your real mom.
You're not my mom.
You're not my real.
Oh,
Damn,
mama.
you're right.
It's so nice because it makes your Glacial Spike do way more damage because of the Mastery.
Get the ones doing sacrifice.
They were trying to sacrifice everything.
Sacrifice
Then they
the
should have
chicken.
rolled Demon Hunter instead of Troll.
Where is the one who sacrificed everything one?
Oh, he's got something he's got to take care of tonight. He won't be able to join us.
Okay.
He's gonna be out for a couple weeks.
Talking about Vale or Arc, whichever one you know him by.
Oh, those.
Did you just say, oh, those?
Yeah, demon hunters. I didn't realize. I thought we were talking about the demon.
Well, demon
Rip
as well.
the
It's very confusing.
all the magic users. No 5% buff for you.
Oh.
Demon
Bad
Hunters
times.
give Chaos Brand, which is magic damage increase by 5% on whoever they hit.
Where's Manny?
Where's Demon?
Demon, you need to just look at Discord. His mother-in-law passed away,
Oh.
so he says he's going to be out of action for 2 weeks.
Be in another locale.
Oreo, I apparently didn't need it to beat you on that trash bowl.
Oh, really?
You special guy.
Why are you being a tryhard? Oh,
Because I actually slept for a change.
There's too many mages on the eaters. Hold on, guys.
I just see a sea of fucking blue and then bounce.
Pudding.
Why is there a map? Why is there? I don't know.
More Glacial Spikes, come on, guys.
The AoE very well because I can't AoE with a shit.
That wasn't enough AoE, guys.
Mana, what the hell?
I'm chilling, bro.
You're a disappointment.
He's not a tryhard.
I'm not even popping cooldowns, bro. Wow, we killed Aqua. I actually tried to, but I didn't know everybody else was going to also.
Everyone just went ham on me. We get to go priest? Fuck yeah.
Hey,
Waiting
sorry.
for an opportunity my whole life.
May or may not have immediately Comet Stormed you.
I mean, I basically saved all my cooldowns on Cormrock trash just so that I can.
Big guy incoming. Oh, I don't know whose Frostbolt was. There's 4 other mages.
I don't
Let's
know.
listen to Blade Storm.
Oh my goodness.
That's okay. We'll just put it on mana.
Michael,
For me.
Yeah.
next time don't say incoming first, just do it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Also, Ice Sense works better.
It is quicker and stricter.
And the icicle doesn't pop up above your head.
You can tell which mage had their glacial spike.
Yep.
Hey, there he is. Mana's turn.
I'm at the bottom, bro.
Alright, everyone back off for a bit. Ray's dead. Get a Warlock portal down just in case we have somebody or two that are not here yet. Everyone's got their talents and everything else. Seals.
Gonna check in guild one last time for maybe a straggler.
Yep.
Are we doing a cauldron, or have we already distributed that?
We're not
We have
going to be
not.
using them for normal. I mean, you
Okay,
just use
I got you.
fruit or...
I got personal.
Alright. Oh, we got Tia and Sim, so we got the Warlock portal and... Yep. Oh well.
What is this boss again? Just kill the ad, go back to boss, kill
The
the ad.
refresher is he's basically the heralder of the old gods. Uses the archive disc to spawn them up. So phase 1 we're gonna have Cthulhu. He's gonna have the eyeball, and then we're gonna have the bug ads that spawn. In phase 2, what we have is we have Yoxarin, which means we have the roiling something, whatever it is. And if you get that, you need to run to the edges and drop it off at the edge of the room instead of in the middle of the raid. Because if you drop in the middle of the raid, we're going to run through the cloud, and then we'll spawn the ugly faceless guys, and we don't want those. The other thing was what? Who are they spawning? Doesn't it spawn the Nerubians? There should be 3 of them in a row, right in the middle, roughly where he is. They're preset. You can't move them. The only thing you can do is interrupt them,
And
and
will
I think
move
you
after
can
you in a
stun
row.
them.
Yeah,
I
they
think
can-
it's a bug, but you can't forcefully drag them or move them around, so you can't use a
Okay.
DK grip. Yeah, they might move, but it just means basically you can't do anything. No knockbacks, no nothing.
So all ads
Let's
are
see.
the most important part when they're up.
Always.
And getting the eye beam out of the raid.
And then in phase 3, all we have to, it's just a DPS race. There will be orbs that fall down from the ceiling, and we have to be able to soak those. So I'm going to say just whoever gets to it first is going to be able to go ahead and soak it. When you soak it, you're going to do, what is it, 100% more damage? Yeah, you do 100% more damage, and you will be... Let's see, the Corruptor's back, blah, blah, blah. They have to be soaked, because otherwise it's going to cause everyone to start taking a lot of damage. Healers are going to be pissed, and tanks are going to sit there saying, why is everyone dying? And so whoever soaks it, you do 100% of anything you do. So if you do healing, you do 100% healing damage, 100% damage. And if a tank soaks it, which is a bad thing, but they'll get 100% extra health. And then once after 30 seconds, it's about, no, 15 seconds, 15 seconds or so after that, you become mind controlled. The raid has to go and knock you out of it by hitting you down to 50%. And then you can go ahead and take another one if you want. So whoever's in there first gets to have the orb, because it's going to make you up on top of the damage meters, kill the person. On heroic, you will die, so it will have to be coordinated better, since we do plan to do this on heroic. But for now, it's just for fun. And of course, the Titan Spark stuff always hits us throughout the fight. What I would like to do with the eyeball, though, I would like people to be in the middle, and then people who have an eyeball, you're going to just run straight to the right or the left, depending on where you are. So if you're closer to the left, run to the left. Closer to the right, run to the right, because the eyeball's not going to come in subsequent phases. So that means we can run to the right and not worry about having a cloud or something, because that eyeball's only phase 1. Phase 2 is going to be the broiling things, and no one should have any excuse to run into the sidewalls anyway. Does that make sense for people?
Yep.
Yes,
So you
sir.
want to be in the middle. You don't want to be running to the side. So you pretty much want to stay, like, I mean, the ground has some nice decorations, so try and use those for a rough estimate. Like, you can see the border next to the walls where the divots are. Don't be past that at all. Shouldn't even be that close unless you have the eyeball or you have something bad on you. So you should want to maybe want to stay in roughly where this triangle is, this grate. Nothing too far out of that because we need to be able to have people take eyeballs out. Otherwise, it's going to be the only things that he's going to do is hurt the tank with Void Lash combo stuff that they know about. And we also have to worry about the rings. In normal, you have 2 sections that are empty, one that's full. So you want to get away from the one that has darkened. It's going to hurt. And it just rotates, so it's going to be like inner, middle, everything's going to be like middle, outer, or inner. You got to look for it. On Heroic, it's going to change. It's going to be that 2 of them are going to be filled. So you're going to have to find the one that's not filled. But that should be most of the fight. That's pretty much all of it. We did it before. And that's right, phase 1, the bugs. If you got fixated, they're not going to fixate. But you get aggro, run to the middle. So everyone should be in the middle. He's going to probably overlap with the rings. You need to be able to move with the group as best you can. Try not to run away. That way when we cleave all the bugs, they're all dead. You don't have to worry about bugs being on you anymore. Any questions?
Are we there yet?
No.
Oh,
Mana, do you like your new form?
All right.
I love it.
You want to put a marker down for the tanks? Where to tank for the boss?
I'll put it like roughly here because we are going to be moving around a lot. But we kind of don't want him further back where he's standing. We wanted to keep him like basically... We have these 2 grates that are coming in. And just basically in that rough area. So nothing
Here?
closer than those 2 grates on the left and right, and nothing further back than that gold area that he's standing in currently. So we want to keep him in that. What color is this? Graphite. Just keep him in that area roughly. And Hero in the last phase, because we're going to have the DP people who soak the orb get extra DPS. So if you soak the orb, you're going to get 100% DPS, and that's going to be perfect for you. Just launch all your stuff at them. So basically, the execute phase in phase 3. Wait for a little bit. Wait for
that?
It should be 35%.
Okay.
Let me see what they say. 65. It's 30%, sorry, 30%.
Okay.
But wait for the first orb to fall. That way we can give people extra DPS when they're controlled or whatever else. They have that buff. And it'll help us to kill whoever's mind control first, so we actually have a little bit of a rhythm. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Don't die, kill shit.
Pretty much.
All right.
Everyone's got their food and stuff.
On tanks.
And Tia, you're here?
That's yes.
Alright, on tanks then, go ahead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The first set of rings are about to spawn.
That'll get me edge.
Rings on the outer, be inside. In the middle, go ahead and go to the outer or the inner. And it's going to be in the middle and the center, so go ahead and run outward a bit. Bi-beam's coming, and the bug should be spawning any second. Gather in the middle. Gather in the middle, cluster up. Keep eyes running out if you get hit with them. Good. Here comes I-beam.
Oh man.
Gotta move out faster with it. Heal up real quick.
We lost 3 healers.
Let's get healer up.
Pick one of them. I'm not sure which. Just pick one of them that you like. Be careful of the rings. Here come the bugs. Be on the inside. Try and stay gathered together and AoE the bugs. Middle, or the outer. Then move to the out.
I-beam, get out.
Get out with I-beam.
It's on Sim.
Not on me. What the fuck? I'm gonna have to fix my DBM then. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, let's wipe
What do
it.
you guys? Yeah.
Wipe it. No, that's my fault. I'm sorry, guys. Stand
Happens.
together and
Go ahead and get B reses out. Don't take any B reses. Do we have any up? Shit, we don't.
Pops, go feign death. That
Yeah.
doesn't help us.
I did. See if I can last through it. You guys die. Maybe I can last through it. Oh, and I get I-beam, of course.
oh, he survived!
Oh, I survived! Yoo-hoo!
I managed to take a monk out with me.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, shit.
Shut him out.
Damn you,
Shut him
Star!
out.
God damn it.
Good
Oh,
job.
good. Well, you died too, at least.
I got
regroup.
fucked over myself, so you know.
I
I'm
could
taking
have.
you all with me.
That
You
was
think
freaking
stars
funny.
above
I
taking other people out?
could have sworn that thing just spawned, and I got up, and god dang it. When I saw you hopping around, I said, "Oh, now I see what happened."
Everybody knows I'm not about taking people with me.
So was it the I-beam or was it the bugs? It looked like
The
it was
I-beam
I-beam.
got
No,
us.
I had the I-beam on me and it didn't. I just reloaded.
Well, that was like a second or third time that it hit then. So it's
Yeah, I was gonna
basically
say
the
a couple
I-beam.
people didn't move for the I-beam.
Yeah, the I-beam is going to be the one thing that wipes us every time.
Yeah, usually I get like a notification over my head. I didn't see any.
I'll try to call it out if I see it. Oh wow, I didn't even flask. I'm a dummy.
Just got flashed.
Flasks are expensive.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
a dummy now.
I'm just using my Legion reusable flask that gives me stamina.
Yeah, but we gotta wait like 15 minutes if you use it for the first one.
Eh.
No flask feels bad. But we can do it, we did it before.
Zelsov, I do not actually have a boss mod on right now.
Go ahead and get it done while we're still waiting to...
Flask is
Hold
down,
on.
guys. We hadn't noticed.
I actually
Ooh.
haven't had any problems using one. Oh, without using one.
You're a special guy.
Who dropped the cauldron? I'll send some anchor weed.
Should I be fail and or fell and say add-ons are a crutch?
Sure.
He always said that.
Which
I
one?
need all the help I can get. I'm borderline retarded.
Never mind what you're doing is making your screen beautiful.
Gray
Add-on are a
dropped
crutch.
it, but I think you donate that stuff to Kib. At least I've been
Okay.
giving him anger weed.
Okay.
I
Alright.
ha-
Good to go?
Yes, but that doesn't help.
Give me
either.
1 second, I'm gonna try something here.
all I have is LVUI and details.
That's special. Alright, let's kill the boss.
Everyone should also have ERT for Mother.
Anyone still have the Bejeweled add-on?
I kind of have been looking for that. I remember that from back in Wrath making.
I
They
just
actually
use
have that in the game now.
Oh,
There's a toy.
Flametron circuit design.
Or,
Alley power, that's all I'm saying. Alley power.
And the jewel crafting one is the Bejeweled one, right? I never got that one.
I move those just a little differently. The beacons, that's where you're going to take eye to. You do not, there should be no reason for you to be there unless you have the eye. That's where you're running to. If you're too close to those beacons, you're in the wrong spot.
I would. So it looks like if you're melee, you should be able to be on the right or left flank and still be in attack range. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is it really?
He's got
Okay.
a nice hitbox. There's melee's usually pretty easy, but basically there's no reason for you guys to be like anywhere close to those. You should want to be clumped up together, basically. You
Sure,
should be
yeah.
clumped up or whatever, and then as soon as the eye comes, just move. Don't even stop your rotation entirely. Just move, jump, whatever. Disengage. Because if that's killing us, we're not going to get past this.
Alright, I think we're ready.
Yeah, we killed this boss last week. There's no reason we shouldn't kill it.
It's an easy boss.
Just a warm up.
Zool. That's all I'm saying.
Gozer.
Alright, on tanks.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
First ring's coming. Next one.
Ben?
I-beam's coming. Be ready to look for the debuff on your head.
Cycle.
Bugs are in. If you have I-beam, stay out.
Sim.
Do your best to gather them up, but don't run in with the I-beam. Good job, go ahead and back on the boss. I-beam should be coming out again.
Kicker. Ramira.
Next set of rings coming.
Right.
Bug should spawn as soon as we see the first ring. Get in the middle. Here come the bugs. Watch out for the inner ring. Watch out for the very middle.
I-beams on floor. Lethal. Pops.
I got us.
There we go. It's better. Push him to 65. If you get the... Alright, here's what's going to happen. If you get a dot, you need to run to the side. As soon as the ads spawn, they'll be roughly in the middle. You need to get them interrupted and not let them cast freely. We don't need to interrupt every cast, just enough so that they're not killing us because they just get to free cast freely.
There's still 4 healers up for 20 people.
Grouping and
Ads are up. Ads are up. Get out
Focus
and interrupt
the
the ads.
Sorry, I broke your trap.
How did these get knocked back?
I death gripped one.
Then the tooltip lies, so we're going to have to experiment until the societies are not going to keep Ninja fixing the freaking fights.
What's wrong?
Nothing, don't worry, just keep going on. We can grip them, so if we need to, we can
Yeah,
move
you didn't
them
know
around.
that?
Well, it said they were supposed to be not movable in the tooltip in the actual dungeon journal, but that's something for another day. We're in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, that's what we do on early. We just stack all the abs on the box.
Here comes darkness, the rings, and broiling deceits coming out too. Yeah, go ahead and go for the battle rest for one of the healers. Watch out for the middle ring. Get broiling deceit out of the raid. Watch out for that dark cloud, do not run into it.
Get the ads.
Guardian of Yoxeron off.
One of the tanks needs you to get the Guardian real quick and take it over. Focus the Guardian.
That's why we don't step on Royal and we don't need that ad.
We got 2 of them.
Oh, fuck.
Guys, get those Royalings out of the raid. That's why we...
Kill the other guard.
Selling.
Finish the wood weaver.
We can still do this. Just
We can
focus.
still go off. If you get roiling to seat, you need to run to the very side of the room, in between the discs, where no one will be. There's another Guardian.
You can't run over him even if you're putting it out there.
Right,
Watch out for the rings. Outer.
You can stun these up. There's another.
Seriously, guys.
No, it was the actual Guardian.
That's right.
Now our Weavers are out.
Yep. God damn it. Mark when you're gonna CC, please.
CCing Diamond.
Second one I broke.
Too much.
Kill the Guardian. There's no Guardian left. What am I talking?
Get these ads down.
Go ahead and get this ad down.
We went here. Try to save away.
When we get these ads down.
If we can get him down to 30%, we're pretty good. But get these ads. They should not be free casting. CC, stun, whatever. I don't care. They should not be free casting. We have the Surging Darkness, which is the rings.
Do we have anybody that could get a healer up?
We went here.
Not really.
Not yet. Inner ring. They're going to be offset.
I have no mana left. I assume that you don't want me to take the rest.
Inner.
More ads. I'm CCing purple. Don't touch purple.
Ads are out. Alright.
He's saying circle.
I'm gonna stun it.
Got one that's back up. Okay, good job. Oh, it's back up again.
Yeah, someone broke the CC.
Do you want me to come back up?
We're really good.
Yeah, we're going to try and push this as best we can, just because it looks like we're still able to pull it out. Get him to 30%. Keep the ads silent.
Connect center.
Got one more ad. Kill it.
Okay, Wednesday, should we kill the ad? Watch for orbs and soak. Do not run into these clouds.
Ad in the back, we need.
There's an ad in the back. If you're not on it, you're doing it wrong.
Got it.
Alright, hero.
Wait, we've got an orb. Yep, go ahead and do it. Call out your name when you get mind controlled. I'll get the one behind the tanks.
Call out if you see orbs that are getting ready to fall. Get out. Okay, whatever. Break out, break ever.
Yo, battle res, health off. I got mana.
Use a battle res.
Alright, we're good.
Where this invested is dedicated, so there is another glory orb in front of the boss.
Got Xeno out.
Jesus, couple dodge there, guys.
Wario's mind controlled.
I'm feared. Oh shit! I just got a Guardian. Great.
We got a Guardian out. Tank needs to pick.
Get the Guardian. Watch out for the rings. They happen.
I'm about to get mind controlled.
Just alright. Get on the boss if you're about to get mind control. Alright, see, break Sim out.
Leave me down.
And then get that ad down.
Aquilina's mind controlled.
Do not let him cast.
Oh my god.
Looks like one of the orbs went down.
Yeah. Yep, over there in the far.
Corruption pulse.
Yep. Alright, so a lot went wrong and we still almost got it down.
Pretty much.
We decided to just keep pushing through, but
Hey, does anyone have a tome?
yes. So now you guys know what the Roiling Deceit is. Do not leave it in the raid. There's no excuse for it to be in the raid. You need to bring it inside the divots or the clothes or whatever you want to call them. They're on the side of the wall in between the discs. They should go there. If you really want to, go ahead and drop them in the very back where we walk in, because there's a gate and no one's going back there. So I don't care where it is. They should not be where we stand.
You still need a tome star.
Thanks for the res.
Oh no.
So does anybody not know what to do still? Because I saw a lot of shit going wrong still.
There's one more detail I almost forgot about, which is when you get mind controlled, try and do your best to keep away from other people. You have about a 5 to 8 yard radius in which you actually AoE fear once you're mind controlled.
Oh my god, it's like
That was a
garage all
small
over.
detail. Yeah, it's a small little detail I keep forgetting about, except that was like heroic or something, and then I saw people running around. If Psionic Blast also gets off and whoever it hits, it's going to make the person run off in fear also.
So we gotta interrupt and then kill whoever gets mind controlled ASAP.
Right. If you're mind controlled, you want to step away from the group so you don't AoE fear. That's the biggest part. I mean, if they cast something off, it's minor. Someone's going to get feared. As long as they're not fearing into the Roiling Deceit, which if they put it on the sides of the room proper, there's almost no way they're going to do it. It's like Onyxia. If you stand in the right fucking place.
Is it an AoE fear?
Stand buff.
Just waiting for you to be ready.
Right, you had one job.
It's okay. He's distracted by all the tentacles and void.
Priest, you good?
I'm getting some serious tentacle envy right here.
I like tentacles.
Wait, Priest.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Are you back on?
The DC, yeah, I'm coming back in now.
Okay. Just let us know when you're ready. You're the only one that wasn't here.
Return.
The beacons are for the eyeballs only. The skull is where the tanks are putting the boss. Everything else, the ads get marked automatically because of DBM. Just focus them down. Xeno's is going to go ahead and grip one. Just bring it close to the bring the farthest one to as far close as you can towards the boss so melee can cleave onto it.
So the two on the right are going to be CC'd. We're going to bring the one in the center back toward the boss. So
Are they in a triangle or are they lined up?
They're in a triangle.
They're in a triangle.
Oh.
There's one at square, one at moon, and then one at the skull.
Yeah, I'll CC the one at square, so we'll kill the one in melee and then go to moon.
I can CC moon as well.
We still need people.
Just need to CC the one, and Zeno's going to cleave. There's going to yank the other one over to the boss towards it, and then we can just cleave them both together.
Okay.
So just we'll summon square. That's the only one. So if anyone start touching square besides Zeno, and you guys are doing it wrong. As soon as the other two are dead, then we can all focus on the one that's over there in the back.
So polymorph,
but not before.
Polymorph moon.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Because I know I broke probably 2, maybe 3 out because nobody said they were CCing. So. That's
All right.
just- Now we know. Now we know.
And Priest is back.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, Joe. Let's go. On tanks.
Touch moon, I'll kill you. Hypothetically.
Well, if you get mind controlled.
I dare you,
5,
brother.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Rings are coming out. Inner zip. Middle is bad. Then outer is going to be bad. I-beam is coming out. Watch your head.
Premiere.
Here come the bug.
See. Graper. Alright, so we got that part of the fight.
Yep.
I-beam's coming out. Watch your heads.
Aquilian. Arya. Tim.
Here come the ring. Bugs are spawning on the first ring. Outer is bad. Here come the bugs. The middle ring is bad. And the inner ring is going to be very bad.
I-beams and 5.
Watch your heads.
On me. Lord.
Lord, get up.
Nice job.
Don't worry about the bug, Shay. You can't actually taunt them or anything.
Stage 2, let's get it.
Yeah. Orleans go to the Alka.
The ads are about to spawn in 5 seconds, and the first Roiling Deceit is coming out in 5 seconds.
Alright, LCC Moon.
Do not touch Moon.
Alright, somebody touch.
Yank the diamond.
Zeno, you
Go
got
on to
it.
Moon. Do not let it be casting. Good job.
More? Or are they all down?
They're all dead.
All
Go
down.
ahead and just focus the boss. Here comes the ring. While the rings are up, someone's going to get Roiling Deceit, or a few people rather. Just run to the back of the room, because there's no way the rings will hit you from the back of the room.
Rolling Deceit on my Oki.
Go ahead out to the sides or the very back of the room.
Premiere.
You could probably further.
Ads are up.
Polymorphing Moon.
I got the next stun on Star.
Everyone's got next on Star.
Alright, Moon.
Go after Moon.
Everyone's got next.
Focus the boss.
Boiling.
Zelsoff. Hi. Mayuki.
Here come the rings. Try and push them down before the rings are done. Inner ring is bad. Alright, as soon as the last ring's out, it looks like he's gonna go into phase 3. Be on the lookout for the orbs. Oh, the ads are up. They should not be free casting.
I get the stun up.
Watch for the orb of corruption. You should see a purple circle.
It's in the middle, in our group.
Just as long as someone soaks it, so it doesn't cause a little rage wipe.
Okay, it's a soak.
Go ahead and yank the last ad over to us.
Soaking it, I got it.
Get that last ad down.
So there's an ad in the back, people should be on it.
It's almost dead.
Just one next to the boss.
Alright, have we heroed yet? Nope.
Oh, good.
Don't be standing you, Sim. I have Devo.
Mayuki needs to be.
Someone needs to soak this orb by me.
I got it.
Alright, I'm about to get mind control. Be careful.
Focus down, Sim.
Glacial Spy.
For the win.
Remember to call out your character's name if it's about to be MC.
I'm gonna stand on
Got the orb.
Priest has got this orb.
Seems about to empty.
Get Xenos down.
Zab is gonna be MC'd in 5.
Where you at?
Look out for the rings.
Walk out for circles.
MC'd. Zabooty.
I just got feared, damn it.
Get Zabooty.
Interrupt Zabooty.
Get him, guys.
Priest is MC'd in 5.
Where you at? Get to the side.
We win. Good job.
Nobody grabbed the orb.
It's okay, he's about to die.
Nice job, everybody.
Ooh, dang, let me get those.
Actually,
Let me get those.
Oreo, how is Execute not my #1 damaging ability?
Mana, do you actually need those?
Because of how it works with deep wounds.
No, I know,
Yes,
I'm just
they are.
laughing. Because I spent like 40% of that fight being able to cast Execute.
I know.
Execute crits harder the harder you press the button.
No.
He didn't hit it hard enough.
Mana, do you actually need those?
Yes, they're a 10 out of level upgrade if you don't need them.
I have a pair of them without avoidance in my inventory. Trade me.
Jesus, mine are 20 level item upgrade and they're the worst stats possible.
I know. Mine are 15, and that's why I'm not wearing them. Wrong stats. I send it. I get 2 less DPS with those on.
Jeez.
Really?
2. Mine are crit haste mana, that's why.
My other ones were crit haste, but they were low intellect. I think that, according to Pon, and I haven't sent it yet, I'll hold on to them just in case.
Go ahead down the stairs into the middle. Shane, go ahead and just start pulling trash.
Actually, with the mastery, they might be better.
What's the next boss?
Zool. Go into the middle.
The bitch. The worst boss.
There's a Bloodweaver, yank it or something else. So it's not standing over there.
I'll get the Dominator.
Counter. Oh, that's bad.
Thanks for going down.
This is very bad. Hey, we heard.
Bubble
Shatter.
Damn, we're getting everything now.
Whoa, guys.
This is getting crazy.
Might be good to pull them, you know.
Okay, that's a good idea.
because they do knockbacks.
What is happening?
Awesomeness.
Looks like fun.
I just got
Lots of shit.
Just keep pulling them back up the stairs. If you're alive, just keep going back up. If you die, release, come back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Michael, I don't think you're gonna catch up with that TPS, Michael.
Slaughter.
That was fun though.
This is fucking nuts.
Oh, that's both the tanks. Okay.
Just keep them slowed.
They're attacking us.
Oh, that was a bad idea.
Oh my god.
We are professionals.
Who made that pull anyway?
Did we pull everything down there?
Yes.
It looks like they chain reacted. Yep.
No, we pulled a third of it.
They have not reset yet.
They have not reset, so stop running in.
Yeah, I just ran in and got smacked.
Just don't go into the center there. So just stay where the stairs are.
Shit.
If you are aggro, just let them kill you and try to, or
And an invis.
They're bucking.
they're really pissed now.
Run like a little bitch. Which way are we going from?
Left.
I went the wrong way. I'll just wait over here, guys.
Just don't run back towards the group.
Yeah, don't run back towards the group.
Oh, I'm invis right now.
Yeah.
But then again, if they all run back towards the group, everyone
they're
reses,
still
we can just get
coming.
them. Oh, everyone just res. While we have like 2 seconds to prepare. This is actually pretty fun.
Buff up.
No, if only this was like...
Run ever.
We need Stam. Right.
Wait for someone to rage quit.
Who's it gonna be?
It's gonna be mana.
Pops
Down at the
lived
bottom
too
is a
long to
tank.
stand for this shit.
Damn, excuse me.
Who has the temper of a 5-year-old? Pops does.
Damon would be losing his mind right now.
Oh, you know he would.
Oh my god.
Sundowners typically makes people.
And for good reason.
Oh man, that's a horrible thing. Yeah, I think we killed him.
I think it's clearing up, guys.
Yeah, we did. Come on.
Slowly but surely.
Pops just used to go into bed at 7 a.m. so he can get up for his 4:30 walk.
God damn, Lord.
He's gotta eat his Cheerios to lower his cholesterol.
Man, you had a lot of time to think up shit, didn't you?
Guys, Tom is irrelevant to Pops. He's that old.
Father Time?
You guys would be lucky if you
He came up with the Tom concept.
That's all I got to tell you. And I hope I'm around to see it if you do make it.
You've been around the whole time.
Alright, everyone stay up here by the stairs. Tanks are going to run out, pull it closer to us. We're not going to try and do that again.
Did you know Superman wears Pop's pajamas?
Nice.
I wear
Does he eat
deputy
mom's
dog.
spaghetti?
Reminds me of Waterboy.
Does that mean Chuck Norris has to pop for all his powers?
Probably.
If you're a mage, remember to resummon your pet.
Ah, yeah.
Need more frozen?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Range interrupts.
Just
on
let
that
it go,
gun.
guys.
Let it go. Let it go.
I do miss that trait.
We have one of the Blood Reavers over there alone casting stuff.
The good news is half the platform's cleared already.
No, like a third of it.
Yeah.
The bad news is repair bills.
Parabills are part of Raiden.
That's why you jump off the side of the building.
Who does not know this fight? Go ahead and start the explanation.
No, we didn't kill it last week.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Assuming most of us know.
Still have about 20 minutes of ad clear, so we might as well go over it.
Alright, let's see. We have two phases. The first phase is the most complicated. The second one's pretty easy.
Well,
Fucking jackass.
I was gonna say, like, you're a gnome, aren't you? Shouldn't you have expected it?
I got punted off the edge.
It's befitting of you.
Is it gnome punting month?
It looked like Sebastian
Always is.
Janikowski kicked a
New
football.
sport.
Every month.
March of the Gnomes to Torin's favorite day.
You're right. So, he will phase shift at 40%. Phase 1 is going to be the most fun. What we need to do is we have to be able to focus him down while killing all the ads at the same time. The ads do take a priority, but we do need to kill him fast because he gains energy during the fight. And based on the polls from last week when I was looking at them, when he has an energy bar of 0 to 100. If we were getting him close to 100 energy. When he gets close to 100 energy, he applies a debuff when he phase shifts. And based on how much energy he gathered in phase 1 is how many stacks of corrupted blood that we take. And that does a nasty DOT, and we were taking about 10k damage every single freaking tick or so. Yeah, it's not good.
How do we avoid?
Get them down faster.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could do that. Do we still want me dedicated on CCing the, or are they the hexers or whatever?
Yeah.
Hexers.
That worked very well.
Sorry about that, yeah. No,
Just the one.
we do need to try and get him down because, yeah, we were getting at like between 17 to 19 stacks instantly. And the thing about the fight is that as we try to kill him, and then the second fight, if you step through any of the blood stuff, you gain more stacks. And the tanks will usually gain stacks because they're going to get rupturing blood, which does a DOT. But when they drop it off, they're going to be standing in the blood. They get more stacks. So it's going to be almost impossible for them to try and maintain 4 stacks of that. They have a huge stack count. So yeah, we do want to do it. I think what we're going to try and do is use a hero in normal, just to try and get him down faster, because we really kind of don't. Yeah, we kind of really don't need to. Like, it's the second part's a DPS race, but it sounds like we need less energy for him to gather in phase 1 currently.
Make
So
it
that's
easier
what
on
we're
the
gonna do.
users.
Yeah, we'll give that a couple. We'll give that a couple tries. We'll see how it works. If we get it really fast, because we did get an upgrade from last week. But most of us have gear upgrades and everything else. So we'll give that a try. If it works out and we kill him, that'd be great. That means we might be able to readjust it so we can use hero in the second phase. But for now, we're going to use hero in the first, and then we have the different ads that spawn. Shay and Star, and I think most people know where the ads spawn. The order of priority is going to be the Hex Weavers, and then it's going to be the Crushers, and then the Krog are last. The Krog cannot be ignored because they gain energy too, and if they get 100 energy, they explode, and the healers will yell at you asking why there was a big burst of damage. And it's big, it's not something small, it's not 5, it's about, what does it say? No, I want to say it's like 30,000, 40,000 damage, because it's very noticeable. You'll see your health just suddenly drop. Oh, it's nasty DOT. 17,000 2 seconds for 10 seconds.
More dots.
But they do need to die, because if they all go off at once, it's a raid wipe. But that's the Krog, so you do want to focus the Hexers first and the Crushers. Now what happens is that when the Hex Weavers get 100 energy, they're going to spawn an Ichor. The Ichor in and of itself is not a big deal if only one is casted and it reaches Zool. It's only about 1,000,000 HP, we'll probably cleave it down to something less. If they keep spawning them, it's a big issue. But as long as they only...
Yeah. It's an energy bar, it's not an actual cast. Anytime the ad gets full energy, an Ichor spawns.
Did they hotfix it so that she doesn't actually cast it anymore, it just instantly spawns?
It should, yeah, it should be.
It was cast last week.
Yeah, because last week it was, but if the chain... Okay, so we're going to need to do someone needs to look at it.
You can't interrupt it.
You can stun it. You can stun it, though.
Yeah, but that sounds like it might have been a bug, you know. Don't forget to leave this for feedback.
Yeah.
Oh,
that joke is getting old, but right now, yeah. Alright. So if you cannot stop it, then it's just basically you nuke the boss, and it doesn't. I mean, you nuke the ad, and then you just cleave the Ichor down. It's not going to make a big deal. It's a small amount. But the big focus is to kill the ads before they can do anything else. All right, everyone out of the center.
Just so everyone knows, after we pull the boss this time, if we happen to win, you can just run off the edge right near Mother. But that only applies after the pull.
Yeah, after a pull.
So he's a reanimated corpse?
The other thing that the Blood Hexer does is they'd cast a blood shard that targets the person with the lowest HP in the raid that they can reach. So if they keep getting it over and over again, I mean, they can free cast, it's going to hurt somebody, they're probably going to die, and healer's going to be upset. So try and interrupt them when possible. Don't spam stuns, don't try and chain them because it's diminishing returns. So you want to use a stun if there's really no one actually doing interrupts proper. We're going to what we're going to do is CC the one, and we're going to go and have Zeno yank one of them into the center, close to Zool. It won't be exactly on him, but it'll be close to him. Basically, he's got that nice little square in the center, just right to the edge, roughly. That way the tanks can bring the ads close to the Hexer. We don't really have a DPS loss, and no one's running across the platform. The only time that they do a healing, they have their healing debuff go active is when they're both together. So as long as they're separated and they don't move in, if we can yank one in, we can cleave it down super fast as a priority target. We don't have a huge DPS loss, and no one's running away. It should help the fight a little bit better. The Crusher's still going to be the same. The other one tank's going to pull it out when it gets 100 energy. Some of you might chase it. I'm not going to say anything about it. Keep on it. But the priority is going to be the Hexer. It's going to be CC'd until Xeno's grip is back up because she's the only DK that we have. She's going to yank the other one in, so no one should be touching it. Once she yanks it in, you should be after it, on top of it. Tanks will just bring the ads close to it. We'll keep cleaving everything. It'll be dead. Ichor spawns, we can cleave it down. And if it does make it back to Zool, it should be close to being dead, which means its HP healing is going to be irrelevant anyway. This should keep us on top of cleave and keep Zool focused down, so that way we don't have as much energy going out.
Do you want the warriors on the boss again this week?
Well,
the thing is with last week is because we kept running to the ads, so keeping the warriors in the center was that. But what we're trying to do is keep the raid all together. So we're only moving about 5 to 10 yards. There's going to be almost no DPS loss for anyone.
Yeah,
the point is to try and keep it as concentrated as possible in that square for him. So yeah, warriors are going to swap. Everyone's going to swap to the priority ads, but everyone's going to be cleaving. The main priority, it's going to be focus the target, but you cleave everything around that target. So if we don't have the Hexers up, we have no Crushers up, you're going to focus Zool and you're going to cleave the Krogs down. And I'm going to rely on anybody else to call out if Krogs actually have a little bit too much HP and too much energy, because that means we need to focus to them real quick and nuke them down. But the constant AoE should kill them passively. We shouldn't even have to worry about focusing them.
Can we have markers put around the raid to where I can call which Adam CC? And then I'm going to go make a glass of scotch because I might need it for this, I feel like. Give me just 1 second.
Whoops.
I'm surprised this actually works so well.
What the fuck?
Thing about the let's see what we're doing. That's right. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to change it up a little bit. If you have Dark Revelation, you're still going to run it out. All the other things are going to apply. When Dark Revelation expires, the ads come up, so we're going to rely on Bright to do Master Spell. If he doesn't have it up, you guys need to focus it down. Range are going to be priority to kill the minions, because if melee get close and touch it, they get feared. Whereas ranged, obviously, you get to throw stuff at it from a far distance. No fears. No, we only have Bright with us right now.
My cooldowns should be good enough to be able to get all of them.
Okay.
I was going to say another thing that we could possibly do, mages, you might be able to spell steal it and not die. I think they fixed it so that happens, and you'll just dispel it. So you can do that, and anyone else who has dispels, you can dispel them and it should instantly kill them.
Let us know if you miss any Bright.
Danger purple.
Got it.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, so the Hexers spawn where all the world markers are. Mana is going to go ahead and do callouts for CCing one of them. Whichever one he CCs, the other ones open up. Gotta yank it in. That's for Xeno to do, and then we just cleave it down. Crushers are going to spawn in between each of the markers, roughly at the edges. And that's where the Krogs also spawn. It's random, but it's going to always be in these set locations. And that's just going to be the same thing, just an AoE fest and nuke everything down. Then phase 2, there's going to be... He's going to do cast Death Wish on random people. We want everyone to try and cluster up as close as possible. You should not be outside that square that I mentioned before. That little square is basically where we need to be inside. The tanks are actually going to pull him a little off-center towards one side, so that way we're as close to the middle as possible to give healers the most amount of time to be able to react and dispel us. When you get dispelled from Death Wish, they spawn the minions. So we're going to try and use Bright's Mass Dispel to try and get both people at once. So that way, I mean, we're going to wait for the people to get dispelled and use his Mass Dispel on as many of those as possible. Because it will spawn about 8. Because there's always going to be about 2 or so.
So how does the dispelling work? Because I know last week Kib said wait till they run to the edge or something, because I didn't get dispelled.
Well, the reason is because wherever you dispel them is where the minions spawn. If they spawn too close to the raid, there's not enough time to react. They'll touch somebody and then they'll start to AoE fear everyone.
Okay.
And the bad thing about AoE fear is that you run into the blood pools. The blood pools actually do hurt. And then on top of that, you take extra stacks of corrupted blood, which is doing a DOT to you. It's a permanent debuff after during phase 2.
Gotcha.
Rupturing Bloods for the tanks, they're going to take 4 stacks, and then they're going to run off behind them. So I guess I would say it's tough. I would say Star and Shay, you guys want to try and keep him towards use square for your area. That's what's going to happen is when you hit 4 stacks, you're going to run behind, go to this whole little section just for you, and drop the Bloods off at the edges here. And the raid is not going to go anywhere close to that section. They're going to try and stay. There's going to be like a division of half between triangle and cross. What you guys want to do is try and make sure that you're aimed to not run towards where the pools are in the back. You're going to try and run off to the different edges. So position yourselves accordingly as best you can so that way you're not running into blood. Let's see, it should be the Death Wish, right? What causes all the blood in the back?
Where are we dropping them?
Okay, so the thing's cut in half. The raid is going to be on the moon side. It's going to be cut in half from cross to triangle. Raid's going to use moon side. Tanks are going to use square side.
Okay.
I think we'll go ahead and take a break, and then we'll do a quick recap. Because this is just a big, long fight, and we have to actually get it down right. And the ads are the biggest part. The second part shouldn't be as difficult. But if we don't get the first part done right, then...
Let's just go ahead and get a couple pulls, though. So.
Alright, we'll do 1 pull, and then we'll go ahead and take a break. Just to do that.
That way we don't
But that's what I want to do. I want the tanks to go towards the blue side, to try and take it all the way to the back, leave the Bloods there, and the other half of the raid is going to be towards the moon side. And that's where we're going to try and run everything and get dispelled. Any questions about anything else?
Are we there yet?
Almost.
I hope Mana gets punted when he gets mind controlled.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get a pull in, try and get it as best as we can, and we're going to use Hero in the first pull.
Are we stacking behind boss?
It's going to be rough in the first part, so basically when he gets close to 40%, we want to try and position him for what I just said for the second part, and 40%. So at about 45%, you guys need to be able to situate yourself so that way your back is towards moon, the tanks' backs are towards square.
So yes, behind the boss, right before 45%.
Yep, we want to position at that point. If there's any ads, we'll try and do our best to work around that part. And it's going to be on Xeno to yank them in as close as possible. We're going to clip everything down. Mana's calling out which ones he's CCing, same as last week. And Star's AFK. You there, Star? Pops?
Hey, Pops, you dead?
His bladder exploded. It's been holding P for way too long.
Maybe take the break now because we also have a healer who wants to go.
Yeah, let's just go because that's what it is.
He does not have a butthole.
Because I'm hoping that this explanation is going to give us a 1-shot, at most 2.
If we all stack behind the boss, it'd be easier for the Crocs to get to the tank.
And I think we'll be spawning in phase 2.
I'm talking about phase 1.
Oh, in phase 1. People shouldn't be like spread out. They should literally be in that square. There's no reason for anyone to be leaving that square except for CCing, and the tanks are going to be running out for the ads. No DPS and healers really have an excuse to leave that square. I mean, you can reach everything from inside that square. Melee shouldn't be running off to get the hexers because the hexers are being brought in. So the strategy basically says no one's leaving the square in the middle.
Not even me to go CC.
No, you can do that. It's just the thing of basically, unless you actually have a really good reason or purpose, which is the CC or the ad's going to buff everyone, you should not be leaving that square at all.
Gotcha.
Which means that the Krogs will always be within AoE's reach of the tanks.
Alright, get your game faces on. Go splash some water on your faces. Let's kill this bitch.
Still got about 3 minutes, 45 seconds.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. In that 3 minutes, use it to go slap yourselves and wake up and let's get this shit done.
Hey, Mana.
Hey.
Are you there yet?
Yeah, I'm here. You there?
Yeah. Gotta be at work in 6 hours. Yay.
Woot.
Manny, can you stand still for 1 second?
Can I do what?
Stand still for 1 second.
Oh, no. I have a problem where I can't stand still.
Can you just stand on that marmot for a second?
On the what? Oh, what is a marmot? This thing?
Did you guys do Heroic Talok yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. Have we attempted Heroic Mother?
No, we
Not
haven't
with
yet.
this group.
Okay.
Probably can. There's not much different to it, and most people that are in here can pick up on a mechanic really quick. There's only one change in the whole thing. I mean, there's more damage, but yeah, it's just the beams from the ceiling. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Though that's
the easiest mechanic in the whole freaking game so far.
And the wind pushes a lot harder.
Yeah, the wind pushes a little harder. But the thing is, it's basically that it's about the boss's position. So we need the tanks to actually just position her on the opposite side of where the winds push, because the beams the ones from the ceiling, tend to spawn when the winds are happening. So we kind of really have to pay attention to making sure we know which side we're supposed to stand on. So that way we're not having we're running from the opposite side of the room. So you really basically have to be about in the center. If you're not in the center of the room when the beams spawn and the wind ends, you're not going to make it. So if you're too close to the vent, you need a movement speed or a leap of faith or heroic jump, or you need something to get to the other side fast.
And if you're Shay, Phantom beams kill you.
But can we all be honest? Flora's mom was the easiest mechanic in the whole game.
Whoa!
Damn.
His mom was a mechanic?
Okay, it's not the same as a demon saw.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Don't worry, it's just an easy rep grind.
Yeah, Priest, isn't that interesting?
I thought Flora's mom was the rep grind.
Confused.
There you go.
Yeah. It confused me when I first heard about it too.
What was confusing?
Apparently dwarves in the UK it was made illegal to dwarf toss. So actual dwarves apparently petitioned to reallow it.
What?
That's discriminating against dwarves. That's their right to get tossed.
Yeah, that was their argument.
That was their livelihood.
They probably. I was getting ready to say they probably made a lot of money off of that shit. I'm gonna go to the UK now. Damn it.
That's gonna be the newest thing at the fair.
Is that like keg tossing?
No, it's much more fun.
Except better. Great. Now I need to go find Willow and toss him around. I know he's still alive somewhere.
I'm going after Gary Coleman.
He's dead.
Is he? Oh yeah, he did die. I'm stupid. Damn it.
What's stopping you?
Yeah, just dig him up and you're good to go.
It's legal in Australia.
Damn, R.I.P. Gary.
If the dwarf consents.
I completely forgot about him dying.
In Canada, it is not allowed, and you can get fined up to $5,000 or go to prison for 6 months or both.
Are there Canadian dwarves? I've never seen one.
They're called Keebler elves.
All right, seeing who's back.
Oh, okay. I don't know. My maple syrup's made him.
They're endangered species. We take extra care to protect them.
Oh, they're hiding them. They're hiding them somewhere.
Maple syrup.
In the frozen.
They're the ones who make the chocolate loonies.
Woo! We must keep these. Keep them alive.
Did anybody else just hear that?
What?
No.
Did you fart?
No, the turtle talks to you on the damn brontosaurus.
Really?
Have anything ancient to trade?
Yep, click it. Click it.
Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
They both talk to you, yes.
Ma'am.
It's creepy as shit, but okay.
So apparently I'm reading about this now. Apparently in the U.S., some guy introduced legislation that would overturn the ban on dwarf tossing, claiming it to be an unnecessary burden on the freedom and liberties of people and an example of Big Brother government. Although not a personal advocate of the activity, he stated if a little person wants to make a fool of themselves out for money, they should have the same right to do so as any other average-sized person.
Same argument could be made for prostitutes. All right, is break over?
It is. We still have about 4 people AFK, so.
You should toss them.
Only if they're gnomes.
Star.
I mean dwarves. I mean both.
No.
Tor. Star.
I could win Oreo.
Wait, 3 of the 4. Where?
I mean, equality, we can toss everybody.
It's a break, not a lunch hour.
Did Star fall asleep?
No.
Maybe they're doing a sister toss.
Oh my gosh.
I want to see that.
I bet you do, Michael.
I'm just saying. Sister, sister.
Alright, so we just got the sisters then.
Why is it always the sisters? No, Flord. No. Your gambling is addictive. Damn it.
Lord, I'm not on your server, thankfully.
Gambling's for the devil.
Oh,
Is that
man.
because the devil's poor?
Alright, as soon as the roll finishes up.
Back. I happen to find Deputy Dog very sexy.
Wow, we suck.
Nice roll,
Oh,
Star.
man.
Jesus.
Oh, win some money from Florida.
Damn, look at those high rolls. Holy
Pops
shit.
has got loaded dice from 1962.
Hey, I know how to make those dice work, baby.
Florida, you've now lost 93k.
Alright, everyone knows about the fight? We're all good, don't have to cover it over again?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
Pull it.
Alright, on the tanks then. Heroing on a pole.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That Hexer should have been the first one to die. First Dark Revelation coming. Krogs are spawning.
Dark Revelation up the noses.
Krogs should be... Yep, Krogs are up. The Hexer should be spawning soon.
Gonna CCX.
Now.
Do not touch it.
Go after Triangle. Have Xeno wait for it to come in with Xeno. You should be AoEing the Krogs in the middle. Go on the Hexer.
Do not let her catch.
Everyone's got X.
Keep X CC'd.
Got it.
Crusher has been spawned. Focus on the Crusher.
Can death grip in 3 seconds.
Go ahead.
Don't be in front of Crusher.
Just go ahead and let us know when you death grip.
Interrupt the blood.
Blood Hexer's in the middle. This should be on it.
Alright, I'm going to CC. Hold on, I don't see it. I'm going to
Pressure's up.
CC. Do not touch moon.
Square is the first one. The Crusher should be dead.
Dead now.
Go ahead, it's the Hexer is now up. Go after the Hexer.
Everyone's got it.
Sorry.
Good job.
Death grip in 10 seconds.
I got it CC still.
Focus on the
Crusher.
Crusher.
Get out, get out.
Get out of the group with that. And here come the Krogs. Pick them up.
Krogs coming in. Alright, we death gripping this one.
Death gripping.
Death gripping. And here comes the Crush, the Hex Weaver. You should get on the Hexer.
I got first interrupt on Hex.
Ignore the Crusher. You should focus on the Hexer until it's dead. Then you can focus the Crusher.
Alright, I'm going to CC square. Didn't realize it was up, sorry.
That's okay. Go after X. Get the Blood Hexer that got pulled in. Slow down a little bit on Zool. He's about 45%. We want to try and make sure he's not going to spawn any more Hexers.
Alright, we got a Crusher.
Animated.
Pull that Hex Weaver in as soon as possible.
Icker. There's an Icker.
Snicker.
Get the Icker if
Yeah, we got
possible.
I death gripped
On
it.
deck.
Go after the Hexer right now.
Somebody
Run
keep
over to
breaking
her.
another break. Alright, yep, kill this Hex.
Get her down and get Zool down to 40% and push him in.
Get ready to stack.
Get the Blood Hexer down.
New hexers coming in.
He just spawned new Hexers.
CC them both.
I got moon.
CC them both.
I'll get triangle.
Get down the Crusher. Keep the Hexer CC'd. What we're going to do is we're going to pull one in during this phase. Another Crusher should be coming soon, unless he gets pushed. Yoke's pushed. Xeno, go ahead and yank the one on triangle. We're going to go ahead and kill that down. Get all these ads down, pull the Hexer into the ads if possible. Do not be near the tanks.
Re-CCing moon.
Xeno pulled in the Hexer, kill it now.
Yep.
The other one is going to be permanently CC'd.
I got the one on the right.
Still got a blood up. Still got some rules up.
Minion.
Get the minion.
There's a Krog still.
Yeah, we need to be closer to the center so the Krogs don't run around the outside.
We need to get this Krog down.
We need to get the Krog down.
And then get
Now get this Crusher down real quick. We have Death Wish going out.
Up this boss.
Still one Hexer that's CC'd.
Keep it CC'd. If we can keep it permanently CC'd.
If for whatever reason you have to stop CCing, tell me and I'll CC it.
Nah, we're good.
Try and follow around as best as possible. We have to move out.
We lost both tanks. No,
We did?
No B-res.
Fuck.
Alright, that's it. That's not too bad. He's at 25%.
Okay, that's actually...
Just go ahead and jump off.
I think we can do it with this strategy.
Aren't you supposed to save battle reses for tanks for this fight?
Usually, yeah, we should have. So. But what happened? Why are we using them?
Just as I predicted.
Yeah, why?
Use one
was used
I got one because I got killed from melee.
Okay, we need to save those though for the tanks.
How many do we have? We have 4?
You can jump off my mother.
Yeah, 2. One was used for the tank. We used it for Shay when he died first, and then right at the beginning for Sim.
Do Death Knights still have a battle res?
Yeah.
Yes, they do, but
But
they
it
have
didn't
running
raid.
power.
It takes Runikari, yeah, but we don't get, a B-res per person. We get a B-res per raid.
We need to stack tighter on phase 2.
Yeah,
and the
sure.
other thing about Zool is that the reason why I have the raid is going to be split up like that. If anyone's behind, it's the cone for rupture. So if anyone gets behind, just a little off center from the boss, you clip through him. He hits you with rupture, and then you're going to have a dot on you, and then you're going to just put blood right in the middle. So that's why we kept getting the bloods, because the tanks died and people started getting all the ruptured bloods. They started dropping it all over in the middle. But that's why you cannot cross over and get in front of Zool. Only the tanks, and only one tank at a time should ever be in front. Because if both are getting hit, then yeah, that's not good.
So wait, all that blood came from people getting cleaved?
Yes, rupture blood only the blood pool only comes because there's two of them. There's one called ruptured blood, and there's one called corrupted blood. Corrupted is from the DOT that he puts on everyone when he transitions. Ruptured blood is what the tanks get, but it's a cleave. So the other tanks should be on his side or win with the group, and when it's time, they should rotate up to the front. They do need to make an effort to try not to be where the other tank is.
Makes sense.
All right, so.
All right, Shay said that the Crusher actually got a buff off on him.
Oh.
What this is basically the better the DPS is that we have, the less we'll need hero and everything, and the ads and everything else with spawning. It's basically, did you get lucky enough to be able to push them right in between all the ad spawns? And that'll change based on how much more DPS we get and everything else. So that poll was actually kind of really crappy with how the transition went, because he spawned more shit right when he was doing it. Right when we wanted to push him.
Yeah, we still almost recovered.
Are we popping hero in the beginning, or you want to save it?
Priest, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Star.
She's just getting food.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep, we're still going to use it at the beginning because it worked really good for that one. And we just had an issue where we had the bad ads, and then we had some B-reses go out. But we should be good. And the boss got buffed by the Crusher with the whatever it is, 100%, 50% or whatever it is.
All right, so.
Anyway.
Now, isn't this the fight where the tanks at that last phase take an absolute massive amount of damage and need to be popped or something? Isn't that? I think that's what we were doing.
You can.
I mean, because the tanks are going to die. I mean, our tanks were dying early because of that last phase.
If we don't kill the Crushers fast enough.
We could try. Well, the thing is, he got buffed, so it's really hard to try and justify right now. Well, he did. He got buffed by the.
And then the tanks would have to run out, and then he would get bopped or something, by a pally or whatnot. I don't know exactly what was going on, but.
No, and it's the. But what happened was the Crusher got her buff off. She does a war cry, and it does some 50% or something, and it got on Zool. She's got a 30-yard range. If she's not dragged out, she buffs whoever's in range of it, and Zool got a thing on him. So when he was doing Ruptured, it actually increased the Rupture damage too. So we'll give it a go. Hopefully they won't go off again like that, because that was a bit of a mess with the transition. So we'll just see how it works. Star and Shay, go ahead and call out for a bop if you need it, though.
Hexer dies first, correct?
Yes.
Just know that I think if you get the bop, it should dispel the... Does it stop it, or does it dispel it?
Probably dispels it.
Okay, so if you do it, you need to make sure that you're in the position where you can drop it safely, because if you call out for it, someone's going to hit you in the middle and be messy. So make sure you're in the safe spot before you call out for it.
All right, I think it's on.
Then it's on. Yep.
We good?
Yep.
Stam.
Yeah, Bright.
Bright, Stam.
Oh, yeah.
5.
Come on, Bright.
It's
One
okay.
job.
2.
He's mesmerized by Zool's tentacles.
I wish I had tentacles like that.
That's because Bright can see stuff in the shadows.
Bright has Naifu.
The Crusher should be focused down.
Focus
Alright, now you can focus Zool. I just want to make sure people get used to the idea of that ads take precedent over Zool unless it's Krogs.
Honestly, you only need to focus the pressures if there's more than one up or in phase 2.
Krogs are going to spawn soon.
Otherwise, you just clean them down.
The Hexer pools went out. We have the minions coming in.
I'm gonna CC X.
Say it again.
X. Do not touch X.
Okay, Xeno, get triangle, pulling that one in. Everyone should be focused on the Hexer. Focus back on Zool. Crusher should be spawning any second.
There he is.
Xeno will call out when she grips, and then everyone will focus the Hexer.
I will grip after this. I've got Dark Revelation on me.
Okay.
You will grip in your tongue.
The minions are out.
Yep.
The Hexer's in. Go and focus it down.
More Krog.
Krogs are out.
I'm going to CC X again. Do not touch X.
Alright, so the Hexer we want is at square. Go ahead and CC it for now. Or Xeno, do you have your grip up, or is it? Good. Focus down the Hexer.
Nice job.
10 seconds till next.
Crusher should be coming in any second.
And Krog.
Dark Revelation's fun move. Dead or
Death gripping.
Hex is up, go focus it down. It's got a blood out, try and focus it down too. It's okay if he touches him, we just want to get her down fast.
Get the blood out, it heals him.
Done, man.
It's okay, as long as she's not spawning 50 of them. So as soon as she's done, it won't happen again.
Gonna CC Moon, don't touch Moon.
Alright. The Hexer should be up behind us. Everyone focus down this Hexer.
Everyone has next.
Zool should be transitioning very soon. How many Hexers do we have? One?
One up, yeah, it's CC'd. And then a Crusher just came in also.
Focus that.
He's about to transition. Keep the Hexer CC'd. Kill all the other ads. Try and position him now. No one should be in front of Zool.
Get behind him.
Stay in the middle as well.
And no one should be out of the square in the middle.
Star, when we swap, I'm gonna need you to taunt the Crusher out.
Alright.
Get him away.
Pressure's down.
Alright. He's got the increased damage. Heals. Minions are up.
How long is that increased damage?
It'll wear off in about another 20 seconds. So,
big
try and use
heals.
cooldowns when you can. Death Wish is going out now.
Rally.
Shit. Get him turned away.
Minions on me.
Second potions if you need them.
Just want me to leave this ad CC'd.
Yes, permanently CC'd for the rest of the fight now.
Gotcha.
Get Zool down. He's at 20%.
Come on, let's go.
Just maintain the focus. Make sure you... Only if they call for it. They need to go in the position. They need to be in the safe spot, and then they can call for it.
Some minions up.
Minions are up.
Minions
down.
Come on, more TBS. Hit it like you mean.
More dots.
Go ahead, just keep focusing.
Hitting rallying cry.
Death Wish went out. Try and dispel them. Minions will be up.
Do we have any?
Remember, you got cookies.
Cooldowns left.
Do we have a bop?
Yeah. Do we have a bop?
No, we don't. I'm dead.
He's dead. I used mine already.
Bring him up if we can. And get
We still have a Yep, we have a re-res. Use it.
Just focus boss. He's dead.
He's dead. Nice job,
job.
everybody. Good job.
Yeah, I went up on the first fear.
Hey!
Damn, a lot more people didn't do than I thought.
That didn't frustrate me nearly as bad as I thought it was going to.
I got another.
Oh my god.
Alright, so how do we get down now?
I got the weapon I would have
get away from the
wanted.
middle, get away from the middle, get away from the middle.
Oh, the middle's going to open up, alright.
Oh.
Oh, it opens up so that it can die, right?
Yeah. You're
You'll
welcome.
pull the boss too if you fall down. So
I was thinking about
That's okay,
trolling
if we're
you
all up
all,
here, he'll just
but
reset.
I figured that'd be nice.
I'm going to show you all what
Is that
it
up for
looks like.
Volstar?
Right, yeah, that's the roll.
It's supposed to open up, but do we have to talk to her to do it?
Yeah, you gotta talk to her.
Oh, okay, so I'll have to go back up and do it.
Yeah, I was gonna.
That's obnoxious.
Yep, I'll go up there and do it.
Yeah, but stay out in the middle. Don't.
I'm going to be a gnome sacrifice, dude.
No, because you just pull the boss.
I know, I'm kidding. I wasn't really going to.
No, I wasn't sure though.
Is there any trash down there, or is it just him?
It's just him.
Okay.
Just him.
Mithrax is going to be fun. His big mechanic is about annihilation. Whenever you take damage from his spells, you take stacks of annihilation depending on how bad the spell is or which spell it is. It reduces your maximum HP by 1% per stack. And what happens is as well, when you also get hit by it, you also get to you have a chance of making... It won't let me talk to her. Oh, you open it up.
It's open.
It's the console, isn't it?
This fight's a lot of fun too, guys. You can enjoy this one.
I actually have not seen an explanation on this fight. I did not watch a video on it yet. It's the only one I haven't seen.
Yep. It's going to be... The tanks are basically going to be swapping every single time he does this thing.
No!
Which is Essence here. So they're going to basically swap every single time. It's a cone, so they cannot be in front. They have to be off to the side. And when they get struck, anytime they get hit by any other ability, they don't generate existence, which is the thing that removes annihilation. So annihilation is going to be the soften rage, because eventually we'll be so low in HP that one of his abilities will just kill us. But the way to negate that is that we take the existence
Did you just
pieces.
swap blast me, priest?
Nice.
I'm pretty sure by rules of late team, that's get kicked for that.
Oh no.
Kick right in the nuts.
No, you just. Oh yeah, he's not done. He's still going. Yeah, it's not gonna stop until you all die.
Oh, let's jump into the pit like men.
I guess so.
What's spots at?
Hit me, you giant ugly buffoon.
I mean, we could have levitated down the whole way and not pulled them.
So you see these orbs right here? Those are the things that existence. And the thing that happened to Zell there is a what is it called? Oblivion Sphere. Those get spawned or random. What's that?
If you're still standing up top, stop. Please jump down and die.
Yep.
No, they're mostly
Slim Shady. Please stand up.
Is it everybody in these?
I don't know. I'm
Oblivions?
stunned. I can't even move or.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
If it's just those people who are mind control alive, eventually it'll fade and like
okay,
it'll reset. That's fine. This will work.
So what are these green little balls on the ground?
Those are the existence.
They're the ones you take to the face.
Okay. No, so the green orbs, they remove stacks of the insanity, so they're saved for the tanks, so the tanks can run around and pick them up. If your stacks get too high, it's okay, like if there's a surplus to take them, but like most of the time you should try to avoid not hitting them so that the tanks can use them to remove their stacks.
Pretty much, because when the tanks get hit, they can't generate any. So that means they have to rely on the raid to make them all for them. The Oblivion Sphere, the thing about that is that you have to, what was it? You have to attack the players. So when it spawns, it's going to just CC people, so you don't want to be clumped up, because the more people clumped up in the orb, obviously, then the less people that can help.
So
then what you need to do is attack the people, and once you sufficiently hurt them, they'll wake up. And you need to do. Oh, that's right. No, it's the other way around. You need to attack the people in such a way that you knock them out of the circle. Because if everyone hits them at random, they're actually just going to kind of bounce around. So has anyone done the what is it, Brawlers Guild thing, where there's the penguin?
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Oh.
It's not going to be it's not going to be that big, but basically, if everyone hits it at once, it's just going to kind of sit there and not move at all. So the players need to be hit from a certain angle, so that way they get bounced out. And it's any ability, it's not melee. Any ability will do this. So basically, people need to aim their attack so that they get knocked out of the circle, and that you won't kill them, but you basically don't want to try and nuke the fuck out of them either. And that's what you need to do. You need to try and knock them out as fast as possible. And the best is that best obviously people are going to be for this is the ranged, so hunters and any casters. I'm not sure that dots would work, so I don't know if Brett would be able to actually knock you out just by spamming Shadow Word Pain.
So what can happen? What can happen though is if one person's on one side of the guy and the other person's on the other, you'll keep knocking them back and forth. So just be careful there.
Yep.
Call it out if you're going to hit somebody.
So call it out who you're going to hit, and then try to aim it so that you do that. Try not to have more than one person hitting one person unless you kind of want some help to try and knock them out. Then you both kind of need to be standing together so that way you can push them out. Melee are going to be pretty useless for doing this because we attack from the outside in, whereas range can attack from the opposite area of the circle. But that's the big thing for Oblivion Sphere. And then what else does he do? Obliteration Blast.
The green balls on the floor, very important.
Now, you don't want to get hit by these things, but sometimes, depending on how many stacks the tank has of Annihilation, we may need some people to just kind of run into stuff to get hit, so they take stacks of Annihilation, but they generate Existence, which helps the tanks out. Because it is an RNG effect. It's not, 3 players go in, you generate 5 orbs each. It's one person gets hit, maybe generates 2, the other person generates maybe 3, the other person generates 1. It's going to be random, so we kind of need people to be able to run into stuff when called for so we can generate more Existence, and it'll be for the tanks. So this is kind of like a Vectus thing too, because people who have high stacks of Annihilation don't want to go in. People who have low, you should go in, and it depends on how many stacks the tanks have. And so tanks are probably going to have to call out how much they have and see how many orbs there are on the ground. If there's not enough, then we take damage. If it is enough, don't worry about it.
Just melee. Just melee. Don't take them on. Let the tanks take them there. You're going to have to back out and take them.
It's for everyone. It's not just melee. Yes. It's going to be for every single person.
But what I'm saying though is the tanks need the ones that are in the melee group. So the melee are just going to have to back out because there's balls all over the floor out there. You can't help but run into them.
That's true. So you don't want to try and move around too much, basically. So, if you play a Demon Hunter, you would know what that is.
Ouch.
The Demon Hunters generate fragments as Havoc, and if you literally moved 1 inch, you soaked up all the balls. He has a second phase, though. He has 2 phases that they cycle intermittently, and it's every 25%. He goes immune, and he does an AoE attack every single time he does it, too. So he'll challenge. It's the no. He channels energy into his weapon. So basically, he's got himself his own waifu, or naifu, and he's going to challenge it or charge it up. And once it gets enough energy, it's going to AOE everyone. You can't avoid it. Nothing you can do. It just happens though. It's just something you got to keep an eye out for. Make sure everyone's kind of topped off so they don't get killed by it. And then he does Oblivion Veil on himself, so you can't be near him because you'll take shadow damage and it hurts a lot, and he's immune to damage basically. So you're not supposed to focus him at all. And then every so often he's going to cast a beam across the room, so you need to watch out for where that is. And if you're in it, it's going to probably kill you. I didn't see this one. So he's going to summon Visions of Madness, clones the player, so I guess just kill the, basically you're just going to kill ads as fast as possible. You see the visions, you see this, the shadow clones of people, just go and kill them as fast as possible. You're going to be focusing down the Iraqi destroyers, and you can interrupt their Void Volley. And they get they get the same ability the boss has, so the tanks are still taking the same ability that the boss does with Essence here, where they can't generate anything.
But in that phase, the boss does run to the center. There's nothing you can do to him, so it's just strictly on ads.
Alright, anyone else who's actually done the fight or has been watching the videos and everything else? Have anything else to say to it?
I think that's pretty much everything.
Did you go over the big ass beam on phase 2?
That's the obliteration thing. Basically, he's going to look around, or he's supposed to cast it one direction. Basically, you just need to avoid it because it is going to kill you if you get caught in it. That's the one thing you don't want to get hit by.
I guess that's what I was considering the breath, because it does go in one direction, so just avoid it like.
It probably looks like a breath.
Yeah.
And wake up over imminent.
But it should be telegraphed pretty heavily, and it's going to just be a big line going across wherever it is. So if you seize that, just move. Whatever you're doing, just move.
When do we want hero?
We could use it at the start, but he does it every single 25%, so it's basically wherever we want. You can use it at the end, or we can use it at the beginning. What do you guys want to do?
I honestly think we should hero when the ads are out.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say the same thing. Let's hero when the ads come out.
But the thing is, the ads come up every 25%, so we're always going to have ads.
So let's do it on the first start relatively quickly. So just
okay. So the first 25%, once the big ad gets summoned, you want to use hero on the big ad, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
They come out twice, so it's not just one Iraqi guy. It's going to be two of them.
Yeah, and the ads die really fast if we just focus them.
All right. So does that mean Star and Shay have to tank one each?
yes.
Yeah.
On each side of the boss.
Yeah, they spawn pretty much on the opposite side of each other on the room.
Correct.
So you should probably have like Mark's skull on the one where the I think because doesn't one of the tanks have to tank like the boss and one at the same time, right?
No, in phase 2, the boss is.
Yeah, that's right.
The boss is inactive in phase 2.
Yeah, I forgot about. Yeah. So we should just make sure we pick one side to always focus first, and then jump to the next. That's the quickest way to do it.
Can we get a stand buff?
Right.
No. You're not sacrificing enough for a stamina buff.
Alright, let's kill this shit. 14 minutes.
Alright, everyone just go down, I guess, right now. There's no reason to be
When you
standing
go
up here.
down, starting the fight.
Oh, we do?
Yes.
As soon as we go down, we have. Okay.
So when you jump, you starting the encounter.
Yep. So you pretty much jump and pre-pot. So if you want, you should do a countdown, and then we all jump at once.
Yep, we'll do the countdown, and then
Cast while we're falling?
Yeah, slow fall is probably not the best, because it might push you into the boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just blink when you hit the ground.
So we have the idea of the fight. Everyone has the basic idea of what we're going to be doing.
It's actually pretty simple. Once you get down there and start it, you'll see it.
All right. So Shay and Star, which one of you wants to have their ad focus first?
I don't care.
Okay, we'll target Shay's. Whatever Shay's targeting, you kill his first. We'll just make it easy that way. That way, instead of waiting for me to mark one, whatever Shay's focusing
go right,
on.
left. Like they spawn left side, right side. So if we pick one, like that's less confusing.
All right. So we'll put Shay on the left side and Star on the right, and then it still stands.
Right,
Left
Shay.
ad, then right ad. And then it's just on me, so alright, go ahead and on the tanks, go ahead and put the pole.
I need to summon.
Oh. Go ahead and...
How far out do those ads spawn?
I mean, once you get down there, the room's not all that large, so you've got plenty of room on the right and the left.
How far from the boss do the big ads spawn?
Not very far.
They spawn on the opposite sides of each other, so tanks need to be on opposite sides of each other, and then you can pull the big ads wherever you want, but there's a bunch of little ads that are going to spawn that cannot be moved, and they're constantly casting. They need to be interrupted as much as possible.
So the opposite sides of the room, and...
They can be CC'd and stuff as well, so like traps.
Is it always the same spot, though?
Yeah, they spawn, the two big ads spawn, yeah.
Alright.
They always spawn on the left side and right side of the room in like that area by the boss.
Alright,
so where the markers are.
Yeah, I was gonna say where the can we put markers in there? So
yeah, they're down there. They're down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the markers are pretty similar. Yeah.
That's why I was asking how far the ads spawn from the boss.
I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you 5 yards to 50 yards. I don't know.
As long as we have an idea.
Yeah. It's roughly like that, though, yeah. It might be a little further, it might be a little, but yeah.
So let's go get a countdown and jump down on 3.
Buddy.
And then we'll jump down when it says 1.
Okay, on 1.
Somebody.
Zabooty.
I'm here, sorry.
Dab.
We Gucci.
Alright, we're good. Jump on 1.
Just wait for the
Alright, let's kill this fucker.
4.
Let the tanks go first.
2.
Tank.
1.
Go, tank.
Go ahead and group up where you should. Be loose. Do not be standing on top of each other. And we're going to have orbs spawn. Here goes an obliteration blast. Don't be standing in it.
What the crap was my thrush not hitting?
Yes, is.
Yeah, that's why you want to spread out more, because that's 4 people in there.
Yep.
There we go. Knock him out. If you have a dot on you, try and run it out.
Chopper beam.
Knock me out, please. One more. Thank you.
Watch out for blast. Shouldn't he have transisted or trans? He hit 20. We went past 25%. Where are they at?
I don't know.
Did they change him again? Just keep going at it.
Just keep DPSing.
Leave the orbs for the tanks.
There
What
we
do
go.
you guys think? Is it? There we go. So they changed it to about. Looks like it's going to be every. As soon as the ads are actually up, when the ads actually spawn and they're up and doing stuff, they're up. Go ahead and use it now. Go ahead and pick up orbs, everyone.
I'm dead. What the hell?
That is not worth it. This one. Oh, shit.
I think that ad killed me.
Yeah.
Melee me
Go
twice.
ahead and use a B-res if we haven't yet. Because we want to try and get as far as we can and get as much
Keep
scene
the
as
ads in her.
possible. Kill the ads that spawned. If you, they're immune to stun.
Watch out for beam.
Watch out for the
Somebody
beam.
get floored out. Somebody get kick our. Okay.
Oh, lovely. Sorry.
That was interesting.
Just keep going as much as you can. We want to try and see if we can get the rest of it done.
Fuck.
That beam.
And this is all it is, right? Oh,
That's
there's
it.
another
This is
install.
it. Yep. And it goes right back to the phase 1 again.
Oh, he's on a timer. It's not even based on the ads. Okay.
Fill a couple of ads up.
Alright.
So what's the timer on it?
It looks like it's about a minute.
So let's pop here at the beginning then, maybe.
Well, it was different because he's not. The tooltip still says like 25%, but
still
you get it
adds
at
up.
65.
Still ads, guys.
A lot of corpses.
Who's that weird ass?
That's his weapon.
So it looks like the ads are just spawning any point on the right and left side of the room now.
So they weren't even on the beacons?
Yeah,
Alright.
so yeah, it doesn't really matter anymore. I'd just say have one tank go left side, one tank go right, and we'll just, you said we wanted to kill the left side?
Oh, the markers
Yeah,
aren't
but-
far enough along.
Well, the thing is, if they're spawning randomly, what's going to be left and what's going to be right?
No, from the boss. It's still in
Yep.
this. It's like from so when we're facing the boss, the right
Is it
side
going to be
is,
like Agromar, where basically wherever he's positioned is where he rotates and they add spawn?
No, they spawn from the same point. They just spawn from the wall.
Yeah, like it's the room itself. It's not from the boss. It's from the room. Like
No, I know that, but I was saying, is it like based on his how he rotates, or is he just?
No, it's not. It's not based on that. It's based on the room.
The little nodes on the side of the wall, I believe, are what spawn the ads.
All right.
Now the little ads, they're not. The big ads are priority over the little ads, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We should have had them both dead
Who did
before
that?
they reactivated.
That's okay. Just jump off the edge here. We'll die down here. Just jump off Zool's platform.
The little ads can't be CC'd, but they can be interrupted. So.
Yeah, I was trying to interrupt them. So we want to kill big ad, little ad, and then back to boss, right?
Yes.
Yep. And it is on a timer, so we do want to try and kill as many as possible. And they are doing mind flay. They're hurting things. So.
Yeah, last week they were stunnable. They're not now.
Remember, guys, this is for the good of the release.
Nothing like changing ad mechanics the day Mythics release. Everywhere.
Alright. Stay up here at the edge, buff up, eat your food.
Damn.
I've seen things.
There it is.
Rebuff for those of us who weren't here.
So I'm trying to look at this and see where it says what his percentage is for his transfer.
It's all relative.
I mean, even when the tooltip, when they're journalized to you, it can't be fixed to adjust the journal. Of course, they have to hotfix it however they feel like it. It doesn't even say anymore. It was supposed to be every 25%, and now he does it at 65. So if he does it at 65, that's basically about 1/3 of his health. So the next one will probably be around 35%.
Says at 40%. The first phase is when he reaches max energy, and the second phase is at 40%.
Every 33%.
So we decided we're going to pop your own on the poll or what?
No, in the first set of ads.
Okay.
Where does it say he's doing it?
It's looking like every 33%. That's what.
Maybe see the overview.
So we should have one main phase, one ad phase, and then another main phase.
We'll have another ad phase probably as well.
So we'll probably just have phase 1. We'll have like 2 phase 2s and 3 phase 1s.
That's okay.
Rough. Well, if we have like phase 2 is the ad phase. Phase 1 is just when he's walking around and attacking people normal.
Okay. So 3 phase 1s and 2 phase 2s.
Yep. So what we want to do is try and cleave as many of the clones as possible. And as soon as the 2 big ads are down, then we go run around, kill all the clones before we resume back on the boss.
And interrupts on the clones.
Okay.
Yeah, try and interrupt as often as possible, but the big ads take priority for interrupts. The small ones are just doing localized damage to one person, and it doesn't seem to be ticking too hard. But there's too many of them. We can't do anything. We can't interrupt every single one. So the big ads take priority. Once they're dead, then you go ahead and interrupt the small ones, and then we'll try and focus the boss as fast as possible after that. They can't be gripped or anything, can they? The small ads.
Nope. They cannot be moved in any way, shape, or form.
The only thing you can do is interrupt them. That's it. They're immune to fears, stuns. I don't know any other CCs people tried.
Yep.
Traps they're immune to.
Yep, so they probably just literally can't be CC'd in any form or method. All
We
right.
basically just ignore them until the big ads are down.
I'm assuming everyone's ready. Go ahead and do a countdown.
Everybody get down on this little ledge.
Living in the land down under.
Hell, they're immune to roots.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Thanks, go on to.
1.
spread out more.
Oh shit! Somebody call out if you're hitting somebody, please. That was hilarious. Knocking graveyard back and forth into it.
Yeah, we need to start calling it out.
What's happening, MC? Also, Flurry hits 3 times.
Yep. Glacial Spike will knock them into next week.
So apparently the harder you hit them, the farther they go.
You got a lot of...
Oh, the orbs regenerate 2 annihilations.
Great, take some more.
Okay.
You got 20.
Yeah, you shouldn't be over like 15. Okay, so it's 65. When he hits 100 energy, he does his beam. That's what that is. All right, after this big explosion, everyone go ahead and take orbs. Should be enough for everyone. And free people who got trapped.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Freaking...
We freed too many people at once.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yep.
What do you mean?
The raid takes damage if you free too many of them.
Yeah, you
They
have to
take a
break
small
them out
amount of
one at a
damage
time.
for that.
Yeah, that's why it's really important to stay
these
spread
guys
out.
too. I thought these big guys couldn't move, but yeah.
The big guys can move, yeah.
No, the big guys can.
Alright,
It's the little
just
ones
the
that
small
can't.
ones.
Keep a watch on your annihilation, because you can make it hard on the healers.
You think we should hold off on damage till those? No, never mind.
No, it's just gonna happen no matter what. Just
We're gonna give it another attempt.
Yeah, let's do one more pull.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's make
Buff
it
up.
count.
Eat quickly.
Hey, Brad gave us stamina. Thank you, Brad.
Might have to re-give stamina for all the people who weren't down here.
Spamina.
Alright.
I'm just
Come on,
an extra
everybody.
healer.
Come on, everybody.
Being an extra healer, I think I'm gonna drop. I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open.
You know what? Actually, we'll just call it then,
Yeah,
because we got
Alright.
some people who need to be able to leave.
Alright, let's...
But we got
let's
Zool
go.
down, which is a good thing. We got to see Mithrax a bit.
Yep.
We just need to go and read up on him a little bit more, study up, and then we have to just make sure we
Watch-
call things out.
Watch the
Coming
video,
back
guys.
Sunday.
I would like to be able to do a third day, but that depends on everyone here. So go ahead and leave feedback in Discord and tell us what you would like to do, because it's either Saturday or Sunday, and we'll try and keep it the same time.
I'm gonna put Sunday on the event calendar for this time.
Can we do it after Sunday Night Football?
Nobody cares. about
That's a
Sunday
valid.
Night.
That's a valid question.
That's kind of late, isn't it, to start?
Well, we figured
Yeah,
maybe
maybe not.